We spend so much time polishing our professional profiles, but what if they're only telling half the story? In this explainer, we're going to talk about how to transform your profile from just a record of your past into a powerful statement about your future, a future in the regenerative economy. So take a second and think about your own LinkedIn profile or your resume. Seriously, does it just list where you've been and what you've done? If the answer is yes, you might be missing out on the biggest opportunity of all, showing the world where you're going and the impact you're ready to make. And this right here is the fundamental mindset shift. We need to forget about that static document that only looks backward. We're going to build a dynamic, living personal brand that's actually ready for the challenges and opportunities of tomorrow. So, how do we actually do that? Well, the framework is surprisingly simple. It's really just a three-step process. First, you're going to craft your leadership narrative. Second, you'll back it up with personal ESG data. And third, you'll seal the deal with a competency certification. Let's dive into each one. Okay, first up, step one, the leadership narrative. They call this the one-day profile makeover for a reason. It's something you can literally do right now to make an immediate, huge impact. It's all about crafting a professional story that showcases your vision. And this visual just perfectly captures what we're aiming for. We're moving way beyond just updating a job title. This is about completely reframing your professional identity, Transforming that passive list of old duties into an active, exciting story about your future potential. So, to make this happen, you've got to go beyond just listing your past jobs. The real key is to add dynamic, new paragraphs to your profile. And these paragraphs shouldn't just say what you did. They need to show off your vision for future-ready leadership and build a really compelling story about the value you're going to create. A great story is powerful, for sure. But you know what's undeniable? A story that's backed up by hard data. So let's move on to step two and see how this all builds, adding your personal ESG data. This is where your narrative gets its proof. This step is all about getting what's called an Individual ESG Personal Report. This adds this amazing, compelling layer of real quantitative data right onto your profile. And what's crucial is that it benchmarks your practices against 2025 standards. So it proves you're not just saying you're ready for the future, you're actively aligned with it. Now, you might be thinking, hold on, what exactly is ESG? Well, it stands for environmental, social, and governance. Think of it like a framework. It used to be just for big corporations, but now we can use it to actually measure the sustainable and ethical impact of an individual's work. It's how you prove your commitment to a better future. Okay, so we have the story, we have the data. The final step is the ultimate validation. Step 3, the Competency Certificate. This is all about getting that indisputable third-party proof of your skills and really setting the course for your career. What we're talking about here is an ISO 17024 Competent Person Certificate. Now, ISO is the International Organization for Standardization, so that name alone carries some serious weight. This certificate is the official, globally recognized proof that you don't just talk the talk, your expertise has actually been verified. And that's the crucial point here. This isn't just another online course badge you stick on your profile. An ISO certification is a rigorous, impartial standard. It tells anyone, recruiters, collaborators, you name it, that your competence has been officially and credibly validated. It's a game changer. Okay, so let's put all the pieces together. We've got our narrative, we've got our data, and we have our certification. Now, on their own, they're strong. But when you combine them, that's when you create a truly sustainable and seriously powerful professional profile. This slide just lays it all out, side by side. The transformation is pretty stark, right? The old profile is static, it's backward-looking, it just lists tasks. But the new regenerative profile, it's dynamic, it's forward-looking, it shows leadership, and it's all backed by hard data and a credible certification. And you can see how it all works together in this continuous loop. Your new paragraphs create the story, the ESG report provides the data, and the certification offers the proof. Each piece just reinforces the others to build this dynamic, living profile that is truly future-proof. So why does any of this really matter? Well, because a regenerative economy, one that's sustainable and restorative by its very design, it doesn't just happen. It's built by individuals. It starts with you. It starts with how you present your skills, your values, and your vision for what's next.
At the end of the day, your professional profile is the story you tell the world about who you are. By taking these steps, you're not just updating some document, you're taking control of that story. So, the only question left is, are you ready to write the next chapter?